It's good to see you guys. Today, I'm going to practice with a new call that I got. I went to MFK and I got their tie cut distress call. So I'm going to go ahead and try for the first time my distress calling. I got my handy dandy computer over here and I've been watching the tutorials on the distress calls. So I'm going to go ahead and do some rabbit distress. And perhaps I'll try some of the other ones for you here as I go. I also might practice some more with the howlers. I don't know if I'm going to bother filming that for you guys since we already did one of those. But here goes with the rabbit distress on the tie cut distress call. I ordered this one before I watched the tutorial. Had I watched the tutorial before I ordered, I would have bought the slashers because Terry Cook says that the slasher distress calls are the better ones. Let me see what he likes to use. The slash distress cut. Yeah, they have a, so if you're looking for a distress call, perhaps you're better off with a slash cut. But I have the tie cut. And all these calls are top notch, so I have no doubt that I'm going to get a response. I'm going to have a result that I'll be happy with. So here we go. I'm going to do some rabbit distress. First time I try it. Let's see how it goes. I don't know. I'm going to have to review the tape. I'm going to have to review the tape and see whether or not I think I did well. I mean, this call seems to be working very, very well. It's my technique that I figure is questionable, if anything. I was trying to do the sounds that Terry was teaching us in the tutorial. For rabbit distress, he says to try and move your mouth as if you're saying wah. So wah, 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 wee, 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 or re, re, re. So you got to try that and see, what makes the best sound for you. He also says to move the call, to play with the position of the call in your mouth as well. A little more further back or further forward until you perfect the sound that you're looking for. I'm going to go ahead and try the other types of distress. Apparently with the slash cut distress calls and also with this distress call, you can do a whole variety of distress. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rabbit one more time just for practice, and I'm going to see if I can pick up one of the other sounds off of the tutorial. Alright, I'm going to watch the tutorial. I'm going to watch the tutorial and see if I want to take a stab at doing some other sounds. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and take my first shot at doing fawn distress with the tie cut distress call. And if you're looking at distress calls, I would go with Terry's pick and look at the Slasher series, because that's the one he uses in his tutorials. But I jumped the gun and I went and bought this one, so I'm going to try it out. It seems to be just as good as the other ones. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's probably more than good enough. If anything, I need to work on my skills. But I'm going to go ahead and try fawn distress. My first try with the fawn distress. No. Alright guys, if you're going to like a wildlife management area, that's what we call it here in Florida, or basically any public land, you got to read up on your rules. And here in Florida, you're not allowed to use electronic calls on public land. So I think these are the best calls I can get my hands on, and I'm trying them out. I'm going to go ahead and go out there on public land and follow the law and use these calls instead of any Kel-tec or any of that stuff. So I guess if you can take anything from these videos, you can take, that you're going to need to practice with these things before you head out there, because they're not that difficult to use, but you definitely need some practice before you get out there. I don't think my fawn distress is all that great. I'll review the tape. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm definitely going to be practicing with these things, and hopefully, I'll be able to pull in some coyotes and, give them some green tips or some M193, or I don't know, whatever else I bring out there. Maybe some of that Zombie Max stuff that I got lying around. So it's been a pleasure, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your company.